Hi, this is Dr. Sylvia Kratzer, and wanting to address a particular topic with you that some brought up, and that is the invisible enemy in this time of a pandemic of unforeseen proportions. And the invisible enemy is something that induces a lot of fear and seems to be the moving target, so we don't even know where to start to defend ourselves and how to get back on our feet emotionally and mentally and otherwise. So I want to address this particular topic in terms of, on the surface level, of course, the virus is an invisible enemy. We don't know when and where it might attack us. But that's fairly easy to address because we can just do the typical precautions, wash our hands, stay at home, keep 6 feet distance from other people, wear a face mask, keep cleanliness, what everyone has recommended. So I believe, though, the invisible enemy is more than the virus. It goes deeper and deserves 2 different videos, but I want to address in particularly the past, because this invisible enemy seems to be telling us we can never go back to how life used to be, or can we, or what elements of our previous life can we regain and what will be lost forever. And I think that's the source of a lot of the anxiety we collectively and individually experience. How will my life be different? What are the losses? If you have, I recently lost one of my dogs, and you sense that grief over the loss, but it's a specific loss. Here in this situation, it's like the invisible enemy. We do not know exactly yet what it is we will have to grieve. Can we ever go back to our previous life? Most likely not, but what can we regain? How can we keep tractions again, get tractions in our life again, and what is slippery and we don't know how to address that. One thing is that the pandemic was predicted by scientists even as recently as October last year. They kind of portrayed exact the same scenario we are facing right now. So we know sooner or later we would have had to face it, and it's might as well we have it out on the table now. At least before that, we weren't even sure when this was going to hit us, but it hit us now, and we can start putting the pieces back together and moving forward. Another thing is that oftentimes we so are focused on the enemy, invisible enemy or otherwise, that we forget to take a look at the solution, to look beyond. Because of course in the crisis that our life will never be the same is also an opportunity. We've all seen already the pictures from space, how pollution has diminished radically. So on a global level as well as on an individual level, there's the opportunity. Yes, there will be change, but we can optimize this change and break through literally to the other side where we take advantage of this. Here's a little example. Years ago, I won this 3-day self-improvement seminar that I normally would never have gone to. So I went to this improvement seminar because I was the winner of this contest, and there were probably 200 people. And at the beginning of the seminar leader told us, he showed us a board, and he said, at the end of the seminar, 3-day weekend seminar, we all would have to chop that board in half with our bare hands. Now, I thought, okay, there's no way I can do this. I was almost ready to pack up my, writing pad and go home, because it's like, I'm not doing this. And I don't want to even have to face this kind of situation, because I know I cannot do this. But it was down on Newport Beach and would be a while to drive back to LA. So I sat through the seminar. And at the end of the 3-day seminar, we were asked to do this, chop through the wood board, solid wood board with our bare hands. And the first person went and they did it. And then some people went and they couldn't do it. And I wasn't going to be the first or the second, but I was amongst the earlier ones because I have to get this out of my way so I don't have to face the fear of not knowing, again, the invisible enemy. Can I do it or can I not do it? I went there, and first job, I burst through that board. The idea behind it is the people who could not, and there were men much stronger than I who could not do it, they focused on the board. But when you focus on the board, you focus on the enemy. And when you focus on the enemy, that's where you end up. I focused my energy through the board, and boom, I could do it. Because your mental energy has broken through your physical limitations, so to say. And there is a lesson in beyond that you can do what you thought you couldn't do. There's also a sense of what we think is a loss can be a gain. I could never go back to the person I was before I attended the seminar. I kind of lost that past, but in reality it's a gain because I could do something I never thought I could do, and it changed me in a sense forever. One last thing, took driving lessons in Germany when I was 18 years old, and had this huge, heavy set driver's teacher. And he always said, the only thing that you need to know is look where you want to go and not where you don't want to go. He said, don't look at that car on the other side, because when you look at it, you're gonna hit it. He said, go look where you want to go. In a nutshell, that's the same as breaking through that board. So I believe that's the opportunity for all of us. We are facing a board, we are facing the unknown, and the unknown is not outside. The unknown is, will I be able to master these challenges that are going to come my way because I'm asked to do something I've never done before. The world is changing. I will have to conduct myself in different ways. My entire world is probably going to rearrange to some extent. And what we are facing, though, is an inner enemy, and the inner enemy is the one that focuses on the board rather than on the solution. So I hope that is helpful for you. Where are you right now, focusing on the board rather than the solution? And by the way, yes, allow yourself to grieve. It's normal and healthy to grieve the loss of perhaps the past that is gone, and we are now all individually and collectively changing. But once you have kind of grieved that past, then it's time to look at the opportunity and not at the invisible enemy, because the moment you focus on the enemy, you're really keeping yourself stuck. The moment you focus on the opportunity of what you can actually gain and actually also enlarge who you are as a person, there's a fantastic opportunity that you come out as a winner in the situation. Talk to you soon. Bye.